Soon after that, Haas came out to let us know dinner was not far off. Oop. Screensaver. There we go. When it was time for dinner, rather than file into the dining room, we all gathered into the room we knew was the rec room. We're having dinner in here, right? That's right! Do I want to know why? Why are you saying it like that? It's probably just like you're probably just watching a movie or something, you weirdo. What kind of horrible sex things are happening during dinner in this room? Why can't we just do it because it's fun? Okay, I get it. Just, I don't know. What's there to get? Dean was still damp from what I could tell, having clearly favored getting to dinner on time rather than drying properly. Pizza, movie, and then after, hot tub. Guess this is happening.
There's the part where we get to drown him.
Oh my god.
That's the fun part. I'm a Dean hater.
Damn. I swear this has nothing to do with me, Ty. This is all Orlando. What? It's just dinner. It's just watching pizza at a movie. What the fuck? Why is everyone's like, I can't believe this is happening to us? Well, alright. Guess we're all getting buddy too. It's a month-long trip we're a week into that's supposed to be for a friend.
Eating pizza and watching movies with friends is literally a thing I do constantly.
You don't even really have to be
normal
friends.
Way.
Like, we hardly have to be buddy. Oh, I looked around and it seemed as though Sal had settled himself in a beanbag, with Dean milling around for one of his own. Ty bumped me on the shoulder, leaning in close to my ear, putting the hairs on the back of my neck on edge. Maybe we should find a spot to get cozy together. The words were no sooner out of his mouth than I noticed Dean staring daggers at him. Ty just picking a spot and pulling out his phone. Dean still trying to melt his target as if he had laser eyes. I'm shocked.
What?
I'm really shocked that, of all people, Dean is pissed at Tyson as like seemingly like essentially our romantic rival, when not only is the person we're spending time with all the time Sal, but Sal punched him in the face. Specifically, Sal specifically knocked Dean out, and somehow Dean has the energy to be mad at Tyson, who we're also ignoring. It's wild to me.
Well, this is a bit cozy, isn't it?
You're telling me. I just thought we needed it, is all. We need a vacation from this vacation. Not a bad idea. We are on vacation after all. There's more to vacation than staring at greenhouses. That's what I was thinking. Nothing beats just hanging around in a comfy beanbag with a good pizza either.
I'm guessing we're yet to decide on a movie too, given how things are set up.
Not yet. Was gonna make sure everyone had food before we can go through the list together. Seems like a decent way to go about it. Shame Roswell can't join us though. Yeah, but it's better he gets his rest anyway. I'll make sure he gets nourished later. His nourishment. Orlando left to go get dinner, and I was left with a choice of who to sit next to. Sal. Hey, Sal.
Yay. Hello.
This beanbag taken? Literally, yes.
No, it's free.
So, I sat down, and Sal put away his phone. Whether to be polite or just convenient timing, who knew? Dinner and a movie, huh? I like books.
It's nice doing things together.
You think so?
I do. Movie aside, I do like to eat. Pizza especially.
Oh, so you're all in for what Orlando organized, huh?
Something like that.
You can just say yes. I just, like, people have said something like that enough times where I'm like, no, literally, just literally the thing that they said. It's not, it's like, I don't know if it's common. I don't blame it on Australia or something, but I'm just like, you can just say yes sometimes, it's fine. It's just literally the thing you like. So if we're watching a movie, what are you hoping for? Hit me with those media opinions, bro. Your deets. What sort of movie do you want to see?
Anything is fine.
Really? Anything?
Well, mostly anything.
Okay, well, what wouldn't you want to see?
Romantic comedy.
Wait, really?
I find them too, cheesy.
Huh. Well, alright. We talked among ourselves for a little while longer before Orlando showed back up, trying to balance too many plates at once. Haas jumped up and helped him out. The two of them made another trip back down to get the rest of them. Once again, noticeable lack of butler that at this point someone should be asking questions about out loud because it's the third day and now we're actively doing something that requires help. And where are you, buddy? Jeez. Orlando didn't hold back with making pizza, did he? I may have made a little too much, but that just means leftovers. Who doesn't like leftover pizza? He has a point. Does also mean that he didn't have to be in the kitchen fixing us food all day, every day, if he didn't want to. True. Although all we need now is the movie, right? I don't know why I tripped on that.
You struggled there for a second.
Yep. Just flew right past an important word. Why don't you pick? You're trusting me to pick? Why not? I think you've got some idea what people might like, having talked to one person about movies so far. Just a show in an anime, I guess. A shoujo anime. I'm just happy to sit down and hang out with my friends. Are you friends with these people? How many of these people do you like collectively? Plus Tyson? Well, yeah, but I'm willing to try. Aren't you sitting in the beanbag with Sal right now? Right? So like,
yes.
You're not off alone with Orlando talking shit about Tyson. You're reinforcing that he's an outsider to your friend group out loud in the room with everybody.
While he's right here.
Yes, I'm like, hang on a minute. Still, I'm gonna take some pizza. I'm gonna just take some pizza and wait for the movie to start. Make it a good one. Horror. What movie should we watch?
It's the best kind of movie to watch with a group.
Horror movies. That's all that matters. Everything else is stupid. I figured bonding over a scary movie wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Especially if it's about like a bunch of like 20-somethings in a mansion with ghosts. Especially with pizza in the mix to take the edge off. It should have been fine, right? Well, we know Orlando doesn't like ghosts, so let's see how this goes. I must have heard Orlando shriek 5 times within the first half of the movie. He excused himself shortly after, almost in tears. Oh my god.
What a dweenie.
What a baby.
Get over it, dude.
Little poor baby. He came back though, but lingered in the corner of the room with a pizza cutter in hand, apparently just in case. By the end of it, Orlando was a mess. Tyson had an almost greedy look on his face the whole time. I didn't realize they liked them that much. The others didn't seem all that bothered by it. Well, we all had our jolts when the movie just gave us a good scare anyway. When everything was said and done. Well, that was movie night. I could see him still holding the extra pizza cutter in his hand, and he was trembling a little bit. I felt bad for the guy and wondered if he was going to sleep all right tonight. Not bad.
Nope.
Not bad. I'd be up for doing it again for sure.
I'm expecting that this is actually the 4000 IQ play, and we actually just saved his life, Orlando's life.
He's pre-warned from a certain scare later, and he's just gonna book it.
Exactly. He has the pizza cutter in his inventory, and he's not gonna sleep. So when the invader comes into his room, he's gonna slice him up.
Yep. We've added the pizza cutter to his thought cabinet. I gotta say, if this was happening in real life, this would have already been every night so far.
Yeah.
Like you're either doing some kind of like bonfire shit, or you're watching a movie in the home theater you apparently have. Who's gonna sit around and have a boring dinner at the dumb stuffy table? Why are these people? You're all 20 somethings, right? We'll go do something else. Or night
It's
swimming.
just amazing that they all eat like a really small dinner and then are like, all right, it's 9 p.m. It's time to go to bed.
Boy,
it's like, whoa, dude.
I'm all tuckered out. Time to hit the Dickens.
Group activities. This feels like a vacation now.
It only took 5 days. Yeah, I'd be down for hanging out again. That wasn't so bad. The hanging out is the goal of every day of this trip.
You weren't that bad either. I was impressed.
Why did you say it that way?
Fucking imagine saying that to someone. Like,
everyone
we
is
don't
so
even really know you,
mean.
dude. We just all hate you for no reason that no one will actually clarify.
Yeah, everyone's so mean to Tyson that they're impressed by any scene that wasn't massive confrontation. When I'll reinforce, the events of the scene where they all sat on beanbag chairs and watched a movie, which is not very high in interaction to begin with.
Yeah. Maybe the things I was hearing about you were wrong.
This feels like something you say to someone besides the person you're talking about. I decided not to point out that people didn't typically talk during movies, but they weren't fighting, so it was fine. Have those two characters ever fought?
No.
As long as it's shit like this, I'm down.
Is it just that he doesn't like anime and they're like weird,
They're
resentful
so
weebs?
mad that he doesn't like anime. He talked shit about Attack on Titan once, and he was blacklisted.
I don't want to watch Naruto with you. Can we watch something actually good? Like, I don't know. Go watch some Breaking Bad, and they're like, oh, this normie doesn't understand. He just doesn't like DBZ.
Of course, the fucking gamer likes Breaking Bad. We lingered around for a bit before a few of us turned in for the night. What a day. I collapsed on the bed and checked my phone. It wasn't overly late, but it felt late enough to just fall asleep right there. I rolled onto my back and just thought about what the day held. Overall, just a solid day of looking back on how I met people, really. One person, right?
Yeah, specifically one person. You spent the whole day thinking about one conversation.
Yeah, that's a weird line. I think that line is informed by the fact that the writer gave us like 4 options of person we could have hung out with, and that maybe would have always been reminiscing of how we met that person, but we didn't experience all those timelines unless you have news for me about what's happening in the logic of this game. Is this every route is canon simultaneously, and he's experiencing all of them, and that's why things are strange? The more I lay there, the longer I just let myself think about how much I met each of my friends, all leading to where we are now. Okay, are we going to hear those thoughts? And sure enough, eventually I just fell asleep. No. Okay, so we're not going to learn how he met those people. I thought that was what... And then I lay there reminiscing about my history with my friends and all of our interesting backstories and characterizations. Anyway, honk shoe, honk shoe. I was in that state of consciousness that was somewhere between sleeping and being awake. God knows how early it was. I would have rolled over to check my phone, but I was there. I was that out of it still. I buried my phone into my pillow to try and get some more sleep. Something was nagging at me, and the more I thought about it, the more I noticed the pit in my stomach growing. After tossing and turning, visit the vault.
Why would you ever? We were told not to get out of bed.
I made my way down the vault, combined with the gut feeling I had. Something was drawing me to the keypad next to the door.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll take it.
Oh god, what did I just press? I accidentally there we go. Okay. I guess that wasn't apparent to you, but I just accidentally unmaximized it, and it was it was in the little corner of my screen for a minute there. All right.
It got small for me, but it's all good.
Okay. I think I missed backspace and hit F11. Okay. Truffles. Nope. Angie beep. So much for that. All right. Well.
Keep trying passwords.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
you woke yourself up. You woke yourself up. May as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm just entertaining the idea that he just is periodically drawn to this place narratively, and just seeing if those scenes amount to anything. Because staying in bed,
I think it's literally just going to be an opportunity to input passwords.
It does make me wonder why there's so many opportunities and what that means. But it was too early for this, so I decided to head back to my room and prepare for breakfast. By the time we'd all assembled into the dining room, Orlando went into the kitchen, only to bring us out breakfast. You know, you really don't have to cater for us. We do have a butler, supposedly, according to some sources that I don't trust anymore. I feel like we want to, I feel like we need to... fuck. Alright, well, fuck that joke. It's gone.
Hi everyone, Keith's having a rough day today. Hope you're all doing well.
I was like, we just need to reference. I feel like we need to cross-reference this with. I literally could not think of any of the websites you use to fact-check politics. I just blanked on all their names at once. I'm like, all right, well, fuck this joke. I can't. Someone's just not just flying off at all. Oh, I know, but it's fun. I promise this won't last the whole month. Why? Why is everyone negging Orlando for cooking? Don't you like Orlando's cooking? And Orlando keeps saying, yeah, I like cooking. Cooking is my favorite. Look at this giant kitchen I get to hang out in and cook and stuff. This is fun. And everyone's like, why are you doing this all the time? Stop. You should stare at greenhouses for 24 hours instead. Although I do wonder if people are going to be upset if they have to settle for cereal and toast. Orlando slunk back into the kitchen.
Why would they? Where's the staff?
Where's the
confused.
Staff? Presumably to grab some more things for breakfast. So, anyone doing anything interesting today?
Thinking about trying the gym downstairs, you know? Something different. Dude, it hasn't even been a week yet and you're already bored? Oh no.
Well, all he does is sit in the reading room and not read every day.
Wow, a conservatory.
As far as we know, that's the case, because we've never seen him do anything else. He never shows up in any other scenes besides the dinner room. So I presume he just keeps going back to that room and stretching, and then he just lays down and is like, wow, this would be a great place to read, and then doesn't.
What a conservatory. You guys notice this conservatory?
He just
repeating the same line of dialogue over
he's
and
just
over
an
and over
NPC
again. He's like a Baldur's Gate character standing around just doing his barks.
You know, they told me the jet would give me the jitters. Need someone to spot you?
Wasn't expecting you to offer something like that.
Shut up.
Dude,
Haas.
He's been all about the gym the whole time.
It's also just you're being mean because you're voicing wow, I never expected you to be helpful or nice or thoughtful in some way. It's really shocking that you're being that way. Interesting. So wow, crazy. So how much you thinking about being helpful and so on with me, and it's you with your personality and all of your problems and things that I judge you for. What is that? Saying something like that is just such a reminder that you're wow, I never expected this from you. You can get crushed and hurt yourself for all I care then.
Okay, sorry. I'd be glad for the assist. I just wasn't expecting it.
Why are you saying it again? Okay, so Haas is not very socially aware. I'll probably go for a swim and then maybe head into the forest. That famously has worked well for us in the past.
Oh, I think I want to go for a swim. It'd be nice to check out the hot tub, too.
I think I'm going to spend today in the kitchen. Shocked. What, again? Well, yeah, true, I know, but...
I wanted to learn.
You don't know how to cook, Sal?
Well, yes, but nothing fancy.
He told me about the last time he tried to make something fancy, and, well, it was a story to be sure. Not gonna hear it now, though. Bye. Seems like everyone had plans for the day, and here I was with nothing really grabbing me. No one is thinking about the scavenger hunt at all.
No.
Dave! Huh?
I was wondering if you could come too, with us.
If Sal's as bad as he says he is, I wouldn't mind an extra set of hands.
I'm not that bad. I promise. I just,
There were only a dozen deaths. Sal grumbled under his breath, but left his comment hanging, seemingly ignored by Aunt Orlando. I patted Sal gently on the arm and gave him a smile, hoping to cheer him up, if only a little. Oh, I didn't, I'm sorry. On my honor, I shall teach you how to cook. As long as Dave gives me a hand. After everyone else had left, the three of us headed into the kitchen, with Orlando wandering over to the pantry, thinking out loud. Okay, so, we have options, I think. It'd be best if we check to see just how much help you need, Sal. So, what was the last thing you made?
What do you mean by that?
I'm guessing cooked, right? He doesn't mean like I need to go in the bathroom and I need to go make.
You made him. He's a made man. He's asking who he last killed. Does a salad count?
Sal. I think that counts. That really doesn't count, but I guess you can cut vegetables to start.
He's gatekeeping fucking salad now? Are you
Yeah.
for real, dude? Cut.
Okay, I know you know what cut means.
No, not that. Just, you meant to cut them?
How did you make a salad without cutting them? Isn't it just a bowl of vegetables? That's a salad. Oh, did you just tear them apart? Huh?
I may have just eaten a whole head of lettuce.
There were still bugs inside.
It wasn't that good. To be fair, a crocodile could fit an entire head of lettuce inside his jaw and just crush it in one bite.
Yeah, it's like when a lion or something or a hyena just takes off with just an entire watermelon. It's just bye. I don't think I'd seen Orlando so worked up while keeping so quiet. Maybe these people really don't know what food is. maybe you're onto something. So, about that thing, what did you want to teach Sal to make? Orlando rubbed his temples, sighing out. Okay, so, given what we're working with, let's just do pancakes. Does pancakes sound good with everyone?
Pancakes. Has he never heard of pancakes?
I think I remember how to make pancakes. Dad taught me, but it's been a while. No offense, Dave, but let me handle this one, at least for now.
What goes in pancakes?
Oh boy. It's what? Flour, eggs, sugar, and milk, right? That works. 1 egg, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk, and 1/4 cup of sugar.
I can do that. That sounds easy.
Sal jogged over to the pantry to begin looking for something, seemingly resolved to do well on this. I'll make sure we have a fire extinguisher ready. You could just watch. There'll be warning signs. I thought about the last time I'd made pancakes with my dad. Would have been maybe 2 years ago at this point. It was fun, although Mom complained that we used up all the chocolate chips without telling her. Cook with Sal. We're not gonna help. We're just gonna stand behind him and hold his chest, and he's just gonna vibes it out. He'll figure it out. It's pancakes. I wandered over to where Sal was to see how he was doing. Sal? You find what you're looking for?
Not yet.
How are you gonna find flour here? There's not even a garden. Sal was currently sifting through what appeared to be many small containers of spices, scouring each by checking the label before haphazardly reaching in to grab the next one. What are you looking for?
Flour.
I was handed a few containers, including one for paprika, one for nutmeg, another for cinnamon. These are nothing like flour. Sal froze and withdrew his hands quietly.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious what the deal with food is. That's all. No thoughts, no deeper critique. What's up with this, y'all? What's going on with the food here, huh?
Yeah, it's interesting
curious
to watch. There's a very specific fixation on food because Orlando is constantly the one sort of involved in food, and even if you're not actively hanging out with Orlando, the whole game is framed around meals as a pacing thing to tell you what time of day it is. But watching everyone talk about food that isn't Orlando is an experience.
Yeah, it's just very confusing. I just don't know why they have never seen food before.
Yeah.
Just curious about that.
Specifically Sal, the oldest person. He's like, apparently he's 25, so he's 6 years older than Orlando, I believe. Since I double checked the thing and it was like, it's supposed to be Roswell's 18, Orlando and Dave are 19, everyone else is 20, and then Sal's 25. Which is a huge jump to be the one that's like, still doesn't know what flour looks like. And I'm like, at the very least, we know for a fact these people watch movies, which, if nothing else, is where I learned what a lot of things look like, just in general. You just get exposed to stuff in movies, even before you start, like, cooking or doing any other stuff in life. Like, movies are why I know what, like, a scooter is, because you don't see scooters around, like, motor scooters. Like, you just learn things from movies. And so I'm like, flour, that one white, probably kind of pink on top, like, mushy bag. Like, there's flour is distinct compared to other things, and I hope he knows what a cup is.
No, he's never heard of that before. It sounds good. Can you eat it?
Because like most of the spices he's looking at right now might not have a cup in their entirety in each container because they're not for that scale. So I'm just like, this poor boy. But like on some level, like I get that there's like an element of like, you kind of like write what you know and you write from your perspective. And if you want a character that's like less knowledgeable or dumber or just like sheltered or underexposed to something, then they have to be less knowledgeable on a thing than you are. But depending on where you're starting from, that might be a moon person a little bit, where you're like, I'm writing a 25-year-old that doesn't know how to find flour. And you're like, oh, you start to really worry about what Sal's been eating for the last life.
Yeah, just wait till he discovers what milk is. It's going to change his life.
You get it from what? My neighbor's a cow. Do have worries. I do have concerns about this
ice
universe's...
cream.
Yeah, ice cream. Like in the Beastars universe, milk is made by cows that are anthro.
Which one is the flower? I was just looking at everything that was a powder.
I put everything that Sal had given me back in the pantry and looked at the shelves. Let's see. Oh, this one, I think. I pulled out a large metal container, that's not what I expected, with the letters SR on it. If I remember correctly, this was a type of flower. I was not expecting a metal bin of flour, but I guess it can be.
This sentence has troubling implications. What do the letters mean? Super refined?
Does he mean like drugs?
I'm sorry, bud, can you not read? Super refined means super refined, buddy. Why are you so confused about the letters? Those are words.
No, I think he means what does letters SR mean? He's guessing super refined.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was very confused.
I think it's self-raising. I don't really know what the difference is though between this normal flour.
Maybe this one is for bread. Bread sort of gets big when you make it, right?
I guess that makes sense. We just need the sugar, milk, and eggs.
Just the phrasing, what do the letters mean? It just immediately threw me through such a loop that I was like,
Yeah,
can he not read?
No, because we pulled out a thing that just said SR, so he was wondering what the SR meant. Yeah. Not like, he's not like looking at a menu full of fully described
That's what I was
things, and then he's
confused.
Like, what
I
do
was
these
like,
letters mean, Mason?
Is he confused at letters? Like, what are these?
No,
I was like, buddy.
They're not dropping on you that Sal's illiterate out of nowhere.
Yeah, he couldn't find the flower because he can't read. That's what I thought it was doing for a second. I was shocked.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'll go check the fridge. I know what eggs look like, and milk is the white liquid. Hard to miss. But Why is he describing milk to us? Of course it's the white liquid. It's milk.
Yeah. Him saying, like, I know what the milk is. Like, yeah, of course he knows what milk and eggs
implies that
are.
someone might not.
Once he starts describing it, you start to worry, like, see, right? I'm just testing you that it's the white liquid.
I need to, like, this isn't even a criticism of the writing. I need to know more about this setting. Like, I need to know why they're so weird about food. Is it part of the setting? Is it the fact that, like, some species can't eat what other species can eat? So, like, not everyone's going to know what milk is because some creatures can only eat, like, plants, or some creatures are obligate carnivores. Like, but we know he ate salad, so how does he know what some things are but not others? I'm waiting for the moment when the story...
But he didn't know that you chop up salads, so who knows what we're working with here.
I'm waiting for the moment that the story, like the scope pulls out and we zoom up into space, and like on the third zoom up in terms of like making the map smaller, we find out that they all live in a giant walled city and everything on Earth is completely decimated, like Attack on Titan style.
I'm just gonna be honest, like, if you're in a furry universe and you introduce a character like Sal that's bigger than everyone, older than everyone, and he doesn't know any basic things about any kind of food or cooking, you're telling me he eats people. That's the takeaway from that.
Yeah.
That's how he's survived
100%.
until now, is that every week at the gym, he devours someone whole, and that's why he goes there. Like, that's why he doesn't know anything about cooking. Like, you're just setting up in-game universe vor at that point. Like, that's the only explanation.
We go into the gym, and he's like, how'd this one get left so sweaty? And then he wipes his mouth clean because he just ate the person that did it.
Yeah.
How inconsiderate.
Like, that is, like, as much as it sounds like a joke, that is a 100% airtight explanation for his behavior so far. Like, just the fact, like, this guy only walks, he doesn't have a car, seemingly. He doesn't, like, I don't know if he has a job. I don't think he cooks. He thinks he thinks that a salad is just eating an entire head of lettuce as a whole, which once again suggests that he just put the whole thing in his mouth at once and swallowed it, like other things he might be good at just swallowing. You're just telling me he eats people. Like, that is a 100%, like, it's perfect. It 100% matches the narrative so far, and that could be what the reveal is for him, and that's terrifying.
It's incredible.
Sal, bad end. Like, point where I'm wrong. Jesus Christ.
Wild.
I don't mean anything by this, but probably better that I get the sugar. Don't want you getting salt instead. On his way past, Sal rolled his eyes and palmed my face in a half-hearted slap, a smile forming. I grabbed the sugar. The rest, that's the death roll. The rest of what he'd need, it's just even more, it's the crocodile even. We've established, like, crocodile's death roll in this universe, and pigs still will search for truffles. Like, got bad news about what the death roll's for. And the rest of what and he's good at wrestling, right? That's not his thing? The death roll? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't he fighting? The rest of what
something like that
we'd need to make pancakes before Sal made his way over with... I grabbed the sugar and the rest of what we need to make pancakes before Sal made his way over with milk and eggs. Oh, so we... Oh. Yeah, no, never mind. I got dumb.
Okay. Pancakes.
Pancakes.
Do I just...
So I swallow these, right?
You put them all in your mouth and then you chew and then you spit it out into a bowl and then you cook it and that's a pancake.
Sal placed the whole egg into the bowl and gestured at it. It was hard to tell if he was being genuine. No, like this. I took the egg out and cracked it on the rim of the bowl, cranking it cleanly in half with the top half of the
cracking it cleanly in half. Freudian slip.
I know that
we're gonna be cranking something with Sal soon.
I knew I said cranking, and I was like torn between the urge to continue the sentence and to double check because I was like, maybe I misread it, or maybe it was fun slang. Cracking it cleanly in half with the top half of the shell falling into the bowl with most of what was in the egg. Oh, well, we can fish that out easily enough.
How much of the other stuff do we add?
Orlando said a cup, I think? I'd taken out a cup measure beforehand and watched as Sal scooped it in the flour, dumping whatever he grabbed into the bowl with the egg. He did the same for the sugar, then the milk. Oh. I don't think it was supposed to be a cup of sugar. That seems like a lot of sugar, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is a lot.
It was a cup of
like
flour and milk,
sugar.
but probably less sugar?
Yeah. And then we mix it, right? What is it supposed to look like?
Dad said to compare it to almost like glue, so thick and sticky.
Like glue. It's the wrong color for glue, though. Does that matter?
Nah, I think this is fine. Maybe it's just the eggs making that color? Dad and I added chocolate to ours, so I don't really know. Supposed to add the chocolate pretty late, so it doesn't get all mixed in. Never mind. Sal began to mix until he had a thick batter. Granted, I needed to tell him when to stop, but it looked like the right consistency. You've never used a frying pan before, Sal?
I don't think so. Normally I use a big pot.
More of the body fits there. It's like
It's just his bathtub.
he has no idea how to cook, but he was the character we specifically called out as being like quietly competent in the maze and everything. Like he has like hunting habits. Gotta mark the trail so I can track where I'm going.
Oh no.
Oh.
He knows Hansel and Gretel because he's been luring people in.
Yes, because he learned because he was the witch.
Yeah, exactly.
He lured people into his cabin and cooked them up. Oh, so you have cooked before?
Back when we used to make fried chicken, at least when I was a kid, I think we used a pot for that.
The chicken was anthro. Okay, but what about recently?
I don't think I own one. I cook what meat I get in a pot, but it always burns.
Okay.
Oh my
Well,
god.
how about I show you how my dad taught me, and then you can try?
All right.
Pan down on a low heat. Just use a little bit of butter, which we didn't have, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to skip it. No, you do not want the stuff to stick, the pancakes to stick. You can't just skip the part that is what makes this whole thing doable. I wonder if this is how Dad felt making pancakes while I watched. Occasionally I'd look over to Sal, and he had his eyes darting back and forth between me and what was going on in the pan. I thought Orlando was gonna help.
Me too.
I thought Orlando was gonna teach Sal how to cook, and instead he's just having us do it. And it seems like we have a normal amount of knowledge, but like we're not like really sure of ourselves either. So if I remember right, when you start seeing the bubbles on top, you flip it. When they appeared, I flipped it over and it was brown enough. I waited another minute and flipped it back over to check before putting it on a plate nearby. The first one always comes out bad. See? Easy.
Yeah, I think I could do that.
I stepped back and watched as Sal repeated what I did, trying to delicately replicate what I'd done. But as soon as the batter hit the pan, though, things started going downhill quickly. Not that it needed to be a perfect circle, but the batter had gone sort of everywhere. Then the panic set in when some parts were bubbling but others weren't. Wait, I think. Just do you think we should step in and baby him, or just see what happens?
Just wait. He's a big boy.
The amount of resolve Sal seemed to transition to immediately after I picked up on his panic made me hold off taking over.
Okay, now I just flip.
He did manage to flip the pancake over, but it was mottled with every color from light brown to black. Is he cursed?
The pan shouldn't be that different in heat.
Yeah, like this is a blame your tools moment, honestly. What the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
It's just a pancake. You can make whatever shape you want. Like whatever you pour it down as, it's gonna spread if it's too thick anywhere. So it doesn't
just cursed.
matter. Yeah, he's just cursed.
Yeah. No good, huh?
I think if you tried just pouring it evenly, you'd have better luck.
All right, I think I can do this.
We went through the rest of the batter with various results, but we eventually had one, and only one, that at least wasn't burned crispy or just half uncooked.
Are they just playing with the knob, like the fire, the whole
Yeah,
time
like
while
they
they're
keep
trying
changing
to
it or something?
turning it up and down and flipping things?
Yeah. Like I'm kind of a wreck in the kitchen. I get nervous about fucking all these things up, but like pancakes?
Yeah.
This is the comfiest thing you can just screw around with making, and it's like, oh, that one's a little splotchy or whatever. Well, we got pancakes at least. Sort of. I'm sorry, Sal. I didn't realize how.
No, it's okay. But maybe we can try again sometime.
Like right now, like this. I think 10 minutes have passed. Like you could just keep going. I don't know what else you like. You don't have to go anywhere.
We have until dinner, which is an indeterminate amount of time from now.
Yeah, it could be anywhere from 10 minutes to 12 hours from now. Oh, absolutely. Maybe you can show me what you can cook already, and we can see what we can do with that. But I did have a favor to ask, though. You're, good at swimming, right? Sal's more than good at swimming, Orlando. He basically lives in the water.
I'm pretty good, I suppose. Yeah. Why?
You think you could teach me? To swim, I mean. I stared at Orlando, confused. I just assumed that he'd learned to swim at some point in the past. We've been to the beach before, but thinking on it, he never did go in the water. You don't know how to swim? How has this never come up before? It's not something I care to admit. It's a little embarrassing.
Sure, I can teach you.
You just hug me tightly, and then I roll.
You're probably better at swimming than I am at cooking, so we should be fine.
Don't give me too much credit. Do I need to help with that too?
If you wouldn't mind. Not right now, though. Maybe tomorrow or in a couple of days. I wasn't planning on getting in the pool today. There's something I want to check out instead.
Oh, that suits me fine. Just let me know ahead of time so I can get my swim stuff on. I don't think it'd be appropriate to go swimming naked, at least. Okay, Orlando. Very good, Orlando. While I pondered the implications of swimming naked, the three of us cleaned the kitchen in preparation for lunch. We somehow all ended up back in the kitchen. You didn't leave the kitchen, right?
No.
Yes. You never left the kitchen, so I'm sure this is the branching point where they all meet again, but I'm like, in our route we were in the kitchen, so it's awkward. We somehow all ended up back in the kitchen, eating leftover pizza from the night before. Next episode.